Yo, look at these new stamps. Aren't they cool? They got like little star things on them. So, it's a Monday. Felt like a Monday all day today. And I think the kids felt it too. But I was doing my even day, so I only had 2 actual classes I had to teach today. And we were going over the beginning of the Cold War, so we did the jigsaw again. And my second period was not having it at all. They audibly were annoyed with my lesson, and probably some of them me, which I don't understand with that class, because I started off so good. They were super quiet, and then it was a couple weeks ago they just got off the chain. There was one class where they were totally out of it, and I had to keep getting after them, and I was I don't know what's going on. They're just not doing it. And then the next class, they came in and they were talking, and they were I told them that they're usually they're usually a good class, one of my best classes. And the last class that they were acting out on seemed out of the norm. And then they've just kept on being out of the norm. It's becoming their norm to be a bad class. And I just don't understand why, because they were so good. I liked that class. They were a good class. But now, not so much. And so today, they were a little bit rowdy. I had to get after them some more. I don't know what it is. I feel more comfortable disciplining them than I do the students in my 5th period. I think it's because, I don't know, I'm kind of intimidated by them, but they're also kind of the personalities where you just don't want to deal with it. So you just don't do a lot to deal with it. And then it kind of it's a cycle. It keeps going on until somebody gets kicked out of the room. So it wasn't well received, but we got enough done. And that's also my impact study class, and they took their post test, and I started grading them. And I'm kind of worried that it's gonna show that I didn't teach them anything, because none of them tried on the post test. There's 1 or 2 students who got maybe 2 wrong, and that's because there's one question in there I know is not a good question, because I thought I was gonna cover it, but I never actually I never actually told them the information. So of course they're not gonna know the right answer to that, because it's not, they could know the right answer based on what I gave them, but they're not going to think that deeply into it. There's one question on there that asks which one of these terms doesn't go with the Holocaust, and I think I have Aryan, Lebensraum, anti-Semitism, and then internment is the last one. And the correct answer would be internment, because internment's talking about the Japanese relocation into Japanese American relocation into internment camps. But I never actually told them about Lebensraum. I kind of mentioned it, but it was a term I said as I was explaining something else, and so they didn't know that was a term that they would use. But if they were reading into it, they would know that internment goes with the Japanese Americans, not the Holocaust, and so internment would be the one. But I can't hold that against them, because I didn't actually teach them and make them write down the word and all that stuff. So there's that one. There's one other one that's kind of iffy, that I needed to fix, but I'm kind of scared that they're gonna show that I didn't teach them anything. And I know that's not true, because all my other classes, they bombed the pre-test, and they succeeded a lot in the post-test. And I know I did something, I was grading my 3rd and 5th period post-test, and I was oh, these are so much better than the pre-tests were. They're supposed to be, because the pre-test they didn't know any of the information, and now the post-test they know some of the information. And so I was oh, there's so much better. And there's 2 kids in my honors class who got a 100 on it, and I was excited, because I taught them something. Even if it's just facts, I showed that they didn't know before, and now they know. And I like that. But with my second period class, I don't know, I guess it's because I caught them on a Monday, they just didn't try, and I even made it kind of sound like I was going to grade it for correctness, and they still didn't try, and I'm like, well, there goes that. So I'm kind of trying to think if I want to like switch the classes, or I don't know, well, I might just deal with it and explain, like reflect on stuff, so we'll see how that goes, but they kind of got me worried, trying to show me I'm not a good teacher, but we'll see. Later on this week, I have my midterm evaluation, and so I have to meet with my cooperating teacher and my supervisor, and they're going to tell me how bad I am as a teacher, or how good I am as a teacher. Probably there's going to be a lot of needs improvements type of stuff. But we'll see how that goes. I think everything on the sheet, I haven't actually looked at the exact criteria, but I think everything else will be good. It's just the classroom management. But I mean, who really has classroom management down? Like, and especially in this area. And so I am interested to see how that goes. I gotta print some stuff out, get some stuff ready for that, because they want me to do like a self-eval based on that. And so I want to do one of those, give myself some high marks. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be truthful. And see how everything goes. I got 5 weeks until, not 5 weeks, not 5 weeks. I got 5 days until I go to Panama. We're leaving on Friday, and we're gonna get there on Saturday, and it's gonna be awesome. And I emailed my co-op to see like exactly where they are in the content. She hasn't gotten back to me yet, but when she gets back to me, I'm gonna start like trying to think of some plans and some stuff. I don't really know how it's gonna look. I don't know what she's expecting. I'm expecting to possibly take over classes if I need to, but also I really just want to co-teach because I don't want to do all that work. But we'll see how it goes and see how it goes. So I'm gonna go put these expensive stamps on my graduation announcements because I get to graduate again in May. Woo! But I need to send them out before I go to Panama so that people know that I want them to come to my graduation in May. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and remember, make today great.